Welcome back, y'all. We just got a highly classified and confidential updates on Travis Baker's illegal drug possession case. We'll delve into the developing case and uncover some mind-blowing updates about the case, which will leave you in a state of intense shock and surprise. So, you might want to watch till the end to get the full juicy gist about this developing drug case. The meteoric rise and unparalleled success of Blink 182 drummer Travis Barker is the stuff of rock and roll legend. But behind the glitz and glamour of his public persona lies a deeply troubled man whose personal demons have now threatened to consume him entirely. In a shocking turn of events, Barker's world has been turned upside down as a result of a cocaine possession charge that has escalated to the federal level and the devastating betrayal of his own wife, Kourtney Kardashian. It all began in the summer of 2023 when Barker was pulled over by the police for a routine traffic violation. A search of his vehicle uncovered a small amount of cocaine, and the rock star found himself facing drug possession charges. At the time, it seemed like a relatively minor offense, one that he could easily handle with the help of his high-powered legal team. But as the case made its way through the judicial system, something unexpected happened. The charges were elevated to the federal level, and Barker suddenly found himself staring down the barrel of a much harsher sentence, one that could potentially land him in prison for several years. The news hit Barker like a freight train, shattering his carefully curated public image and plunging him into a deep spiral of despair. He had worked tirelessly to clean up his act and overcome his past substance abuse issues, and the thought of once again facing the prospect of incarceration was more than he could bear. To make matters worse, Barker's estranged wife, Kourtney Kardashian, had her own legal troubles to contend with. The reality TV star had been found guilty of violating her probation from a previous case, and she was facing a hefty fine as a result. In a desperate attempt to pay the fine and avoid further punishment, Kourtney hatched a plan that would ultimately crush Barker's already fragile psyche. She sold off all of the family's properties, including their lavish Calabasas mansion, and instead of using the money to settle the debt, she absconded with the cash, fleeing the country with their young son, Rocky, in tow. Before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly do so to get the latest exclusive gist and gossip about the Kardashian family and their related circle, and also we'll be ditching out classified developing gist on the drug possession case, so you might want to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our latest
avoid
posts.
hurting Kourtney,
The
which
news of
ironically
Kourtney's
caused even more
betrayal
pain.
only
I don't
added
trust
to
my own
Barker's
family, my own
overwhelming
blood,
sense of
one bit,
anguish
Kourtney
and
revealed.
despair.
Despite Travis's
Not only
continued
was
according to
he facing the
insiders,
prospect
this was
of
a
federal
major source of
prosecution
friction
for
in
his
their
drug
marriage.
charges,
In recent months,
but
Kourtney
he
has
had
made
also
every
been
effort to
abandoned
keep
by his
Travis
own
close,
wife,
but he has
left
been
to pick up the
distancing himself
pieces
from
of their
her. Despite
shattered
her
life
brave
together.
attempts, Travis
Fans
continued
and
to
the
pull
music
away
industry
until they had a
watched in
deep
horror as the
conversation,
once
after
vibrant,
which things seemed to
high-energy drummer
improve. They
they
tried to
knew
give
and
each other
loved
more
slipped
space to
further
rediscover
and
their
further
love, and
into
for
the
a few
abyss.
months, everything
Shows
appeared to be
and
going well.
tours were
Kourtney
canceled
even
as
forgave
Barker
Travis for
became
his
a
affair with
recluse,
Kim, as it had
shutting
happened
himself off from the world. Then, in a final, tragic twist, Barker attempted to take his own life. He was found unconscious in his hotel room, having overdosed on a lethal cocktail of prescription medications and cocaine. Miraculously, he survived, but the incident only deepened the concern for his well-being. As Barker lay recovering in the hospital, his lawyers frantically worked to negotiate a plea deal that would keep him out of prison. They argued that Barker's substance abuse issues and the trauma he had endured were mitigating factors, and that he deserved a more lenient sentence. But the prosecutors were having none of it. In their eyes, Barker was a repeat offender who had squandered countless opportunities to get his life back on track. They pushed for the harshest possible sentence, determined to make an example of the once revered rock star. The trial that followed was a media circus, with Barker's every move scrutinized and dissected by the hungry public. His lawyers fought tooth and nail, but in the end, the judge's verdict was clear: 5 years in federal prison. As Barker was
History
led
of
away in
infidelity may
handcuffs,
repeat
his
itself.
bandmates,
This time with her.
friends,
Courtney has
and
voiced
family
concerns
members
over
looked
Travis's
on in
recent
utter
behavior,
devastation.
claiming that he is
The
not
man they
treating
had
her well
known
and
loved
drawing
was
comparisons
gone,
to her
replaced by a
ex-partner,
shell
Scott
of his former
Disick.
self,
This all could be true,
broken,
and you wonder how it's
defeated,
Kim's
and
hand in this
utterly
failing
consumed
marriage.
by the demons that had haunted him for so long. In the days and weeks that followed, the world watched as Barker's mental and physical health continued to deteriorate. He refused to see visitors, isolating himself in his cell and sinking deeper and deeper into an abyss of despair. Then, in a final, desperate act, Barker attempted suicide once again. This time, he was found unconscious, barely clinging to life, in his cell. The prison medical staff worked tirelessly to save him, but the damage had been done. As Barker clings to life in a hospital bed, surrounded by his loved ones, the question on everyone's mind is a simple one. Can he ever recover from the unimaginable trauma he has endured? Or has the weight of his grief, his addiction, and the betrayal of his own family simply proved too much to bear? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The once indestructible Travis Barker is a broken man, his spirit crushed by a perfect storm of personal and legal troubles that have left him teetering on the edge of the abyss. As the world watches and waits, praying for a miracle, the tragedy of this rock legend serves as a sobering reminder that even the most seemingly invincible among us are vulnerable to the darker forces that can lurk within the human soul. For Barker, the road to redemption may be a long and arduous one, but the hope remains that he can find the strength to pull himself back from the brink and reclaim the life he once knew. As the news of Travis Barker's suicide attempt sent shockwaves through the music industry and celebrity world, the outpouring of support and prayers for the troubled drummer has been overwhelming. Fans, friends, and fellow musicians have rallied together, determined to see Barker through this darkest of times. In the days since the incident, Barker has been transferred to a specialized medical facility where he is receiving round-the-clock care and treatment for his physical and mental health issues. While the road to recovery is sure to be a long and challenging one, there are glimmers of hope that Barker may yet find a way to overcome the seemingly insurmountable obstacles that have been placed before him. One of the most encouraging developments has been the involvement of Barker's former Blink-182 bandmates, Tom DeLonge and Mark Hoppus. The trio, who have had a tumultuous relationship over the years, have put aside their differences and come together to support their friend and longtime collaborator. Travis has always been the heart and soul of Blink-182, DeLonge said in a heartfelt statement. We've had our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, he's family. And right now, he needs us more than ever. We're going to do whatever it takes to help him through this. Hoppus echoed those sentiments, adding, Travis is a fighter, and we're going to fight with him. This isn't just about saving his career or his legacy, it's about saving his life. And we're not going to stop until he's back on his feet, healthy and happy. The outpouring of support has extended beyond the music world as well. Barker's estranged wife, Kourtney Kardashian, has reportedly reached out to express her remorse and a desire to help in any way she can. While the details of their reconciliation remain murky, the fact that Kourtney has made the effort to reconnect with Travis is seen as a positive sign. Kourtney knows that she made a terrible mistake in abandoning Travis and their son, a source close to the family revealed. She's racked with guilt and regret, and she just wants to do whatever she can to make things right. Whether or not they can ever fully repair their relationship, she's committed to being there for Travis during this incredibly difficult time. For his part, Barker has remained silent, his focus entirely on his recovery and healing. But those close to him have hinted that the outpouring of love and support has been a source of strength and inspiration for the beleaguered drummer. Travis is overwhelmed, to be honest, another source said. He's been through so much, and the idea that so many people care about him and want to see him succeed, it's been a real turning point. He's still in a very fragile state, but he's fighting, and he knows that he has an entire community of people in his corner. As Barker continues his treatment and rehabilitation, the music world and his legion of fans eagerly await any updates on his progress. The hope is that, with the proper care and support, the once indomitable drummer can find his way back to the stage, reclaiming the joy and passion that have defined his remarkable career. And should he succeed in that endeavor, his story will serve as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there is always a glimmer of hope, a chance to rise from the ashes and reclaim our lives. For now, the focus remains on Barker's recovery and the unwavering belief that he can and will overcome the immense challenges that have threatened to consume him. The road ahead may be long and arduous, but with the support of his loved ones and his legions of fans, the light at the end of the tunnel has never been brighter.